Good afternoon and welcome to the class of 2022 oath ceremony. My name is Mary Jane Rapport and I'm very happy to welcome you all here today. This has been a long time that we've waited. I'd like to go ahead and introduce to you the director of the physical therapy program, Dr. Michael Harris Love.
Thank you. Finally, welcome. It's really glad to see all of you. Briefly, I want to introduce our speakers and then I'll speak to you later. So first, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. John Riley. He is the Dean of the University of Colorado School of Medicine and the Vice Chancellor for Health Affairs for the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus. In addition, he holds the Richard D. Krugman Endowed Chair within the School of Medicine. And if I could, I'd like to take this moment to publicly acknowledge his straightforward and unflinching response to the recent social unrest that has impacted our city, our campus, and the rest of the nation. I would also like to cite his strong commitment to a more inclusive and equitable campus. So in that vein, Dean Riley.
Well, good afternoon, and let me add my welcome to all of you and repeat the sentiment that it's actually good to see you in person, which is a first for me in your group this year. Usually, as you know, we have this oath ceremony at the beginning of your journey through the physical therapy program. Not, well, we're roughly a third of the way through now, but who's counting? It represents an important event, a milestone into entering the profession and reaffirming the values that we all hold anytime we pursue a career in medicine. So I want to welcome you to the University of Colorado belatedly. Look forward to saying that I hope your second year is more normal than your first year has been. And I think with the rollout of the vaccines across the campus, we should have all of our staff back here in another month or two. And I think you may still be wearing these some of the time next year, but at least you'll be here and I think interacting more in person. So I want to thank you for hanging with us through what's been a trying year. I've heard a lot of complaints, but I actually haven't heard many from your class, so thank you for that. It's been a tough and trying year on everybody. I think you'll see that in the patients that you treat. You'll see it in each other. So the fact, I hope you all support each other through this and enjoy your time here. It's a privilege to take care of patients at any time. Any of you who stroll through the vaccination sites that's going to be open here Wednesday afternoon, I believe, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We'll see how excited people are to actually get vaccinated and get back to a normal life. And that's one of the privileges of being in medicine, is to restore function to people, enable them to interact, and that's what your profession is all about. So welcome again. And I think Dr. Harris Love was very kind in his remarks about me, but the person that I should be thanking is him for leading you through what otherwise could have been a very, very difficult year. So my thanks to him and my thanks to you for being here today.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Aguirra. And so he's the professor and chair of physical medicine and rehabilitation at the University of Colorado. He holds the CU Medicine Endowed Chair in PM&R. In addition, he serves as the medical director of the Spine Center at the University of Colorado Hospital. I've had the pleasure of working closely with Dr. Aguirra as we've worked through trying to manage the effects of COVID-19 on our clinical and educational operations. At each turn, he's provided strong support of our efforts to stay safe, to stay on schedule, and to gain access to campus. And so from all of us to you, thank you. Dr. Aguirra.
Well, finally, congratulations. We usually do this right after you start. And I was trying to think of an analogy. I think it's kind of like looking through a stained glass window. When we used to do this right after you started, you think you can see what's on the other side of that window. And it looks really pretty clear. But now that you have almost a year into your training, looking at it from all kinds of different perspectives, that other side is, perhaps even more beautiful. You got more light on the situation. You know what you need truly out of the knowledge that you're getting. You know truly what you need out of yourself to be a professional. So I applaud you for that. This professional oath ceremony has profession in it, or profess in it. And it's really about you taking your own volition to be a true professional. And you guys have great examples. The CU PT faculty are tremendous examples of professionals, and we can all learn from them as they've navigated this last year of the pandemic. But I wanted to really congratulate all you on this stepping stone. It's really a milestone, and congratulations to you and your families.
Thank you. I wanted to take this time now just to reflect on a journey that we've taken together. I don't know if Jenny recalls, we walked into a classroom together, I think on March 16th, and said that you would not be coming to class the next week. And that was a huge moment as we had a week to try to figure things out. And so certainly that moment has caused me to reflect on other times of trials, even in my own family history of trying to overcome these obstacles. And so I wanted to talk just briefly about, or rather share, my family helped to integrate our neighborhood in a small Northern California town when I was in elementary school. So this is very many years ago. But I was noting that the family that was right next to us was an extremely nice family, really welcomed us, but there were other people in the neighborhood that did not, particularly the folks that were in the gray house down the corner. And from there were fights on the way walking from home. There was rocks that flew into our windows in the living room. And the final act of cruelty were siblings from that gray house on the corner who fatally injured our family pet while I was playing on our front porch. So this is a difficult time. And I was really too young to remember the details of my parents arguing about what to do next. But I was old enough to get the gist of what my mother was saying during these times, that basically enough was enough. It was time to go. And basically we didn't sign up for this. And to be clear, no one signs up for this. Most of us do not purposely seek moments when our family is in harm's way, or situations that might result in a debilitating injury, or the prospect of facing challenges against seemingly insurmountable odds. No one chooses those moments, but those moments choose us. And I realized that when you imagine finally getting into PT school, and when you held that image in your mind about how your career will unfold, you did not anticipate earning your credentials in the midst of a pandemic. You did not choose these circumstances, but these circumstances, this time, this moment chose you. And it's normal to think about the pursuit of your physical therapy career in terms of a viable investment. After all, there are things that have to get done and the bills won't pay themselves. However, we are surrounded by forces and events that I think have really coarsened and commercialized a university education over time. But something about this perspective, I think, changes once you take your oath and once you really truly connect with patients who are in your care. You are no mere consumers. You are no less than co-creators in a field that continues to evolve to meet the needs of the day. You are partners with your patients and with our healthcare colleagues because you're unified in a common cause. And you are healers as the threads of your efforts flow through your patients and extend through their siblings, their parents, and their children. This moment has chosen you. And through your oath, you will seize the moment and recognize for what you truly signed up for and start anew. Again, congratulations on taking your oath today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2022. I am ecstatic your class is finally able to have your oath ceremony. Although you've almost completed a full year of didactic learning, I believe this ceremony comes at the most opportune time as you're about to embark on your first long clinical rotation, a time that allows you to apply all the new knowledge you have gained. My words of advice during this rotation are to not be afraid to ask questions, but also encourage your CI to ask you questions to build confidence in your clinical reasoning. Clinical reasoning provides the foundation for our profession. Our clinical reasoning begins to develop in the classroom, but continues to foster in the clinic. Here is where we learn that our patients are far from textbook, and we must learn to embrace the gray area. We are fortunate to be a part of a profession where we will never stop learning. Our learning continues to prosper through experience, research, and especially through interactions with our patients. In Run, Don't Walk by Adele Levine, a novel about a physical therapist working in the amputee clinic of Walter Reed Army Medical Center, she states, "No class in physical therapy school prepared me to counsel a patient dealing with a life-changing injury. Our professors do an immaculate job of trying to prepare us for the difficult conversations we will face during our rotations and in our careers, but we can never fully be prepared for everything. In those moments of uncertainty, show your patients compassion and empathy, because that is how you build trusting, lasting relationships with your patients. Through genuine communication, we can make a difference in our patients' lives. During your first year of physical therapy school, you faced increased adversity by tackling graduate school during a pandemic. This adversity has taught you to be resilient and adaptable. As you continue your education and eventually enter your careers, you will continue to face obstacles along the way. When this happens, rely on the qualities of adaptability and perseverance that you have learned during this unprecedented time. On those days that seem the toughest and your brain seem overwhelmed with information, take some time to yourself to reflect on how far you've come to get to this point. Take a breath and remind yourself why you pursued this passion. Speaking from experience, this time in your life goes quicker than expected. So continue to live in the moment and always believe in yourself, but have the humility to recognize that you won't have all the answers, and that is totally okay. Yes, we provide a support system to our patients, but do not neglect the support systems that you've built around yourself via friends, family, fellow classmates, and of course the faculty and staff. I know I could not have made it through this program without the help of these people, and I know I will continue to reach out to my classmates and faculty as I embark on my career as a physical therapist. I'll leave you with a quote from Sharon Dunn's 2020 APTA presidential address. She stated, "Serving society amid a contagious pandemic requires bravery and selflessness, but it also requires thoughtfulness. We have proved to society and to ourselves just how adaptable our profession can be. We've continued to aid in helping our patients get better, even when we could not use our healing hands and had to rely on our listening ears and compassionate voices more. I cannot wait to see where this profession takes each and every one of you. Continue to embrace the ambiguity, remember to give yourself grace during these tough times, and most importantly, trust yourself."
Hello, class of 2022. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leah Calderon, and I am the president of class of 2021. I want to start off by saying congratulations. Congratulations on making it nearly a year into this program. The first year is so tough. I remember walking into class one day during a particularly tough week and having one of our professors ask, "How's that fire hose tasting?" And I didn't know whether to laugh or to cry in the moment because they were right. You don't ever just get one drink of water, right? It's just all unleashed on you at once. And I think your class's entrance into the program was just so different and honestly so difficult than any other previous year. Someone in your class needs to write a survival guide just based on what happened in 2020. But so far, you've managed to navigate through COVID, through the craziest election, learning how to meet each other via Zoom, trying to learn via Zoom, working in lab with masks while searching for somewhere to hide in the building so you can sneak a snack. You know what I'm talking about. But you've all persevered and stepped up to the many challenges that have come your way. That is a feat worthy of acknowledging and celebrating. So as you look forward to what's ahead, to CE1, to more CAPE, to Anatomy 2, don't forget why you chose to be here, especially with all the challenges you've already faced. Recognize that there will be more, but rely on the skills that you've developed up to this point to get you through it. And more than that, rely on each other. You are working with potentially the biggest team you'll ever be on right now, including faculty. You're given advisors for a reason. And our faculty are so open to talk, to guide, and to educate. Sometimes I wonder if they dread getting an email from me at this point, because I feel like I constantly have a help me sign pasted on my face or on my subject line. You know, you won't always be in a place where you have such easy access to great minds and learners of life. So take advantage of them and each other. We're all on the same team. As far as CE1 goes, the advice I was given was to keep an open mind. You may have some preconceived notions or ideas about the setting, the population, or even the specific place that you're going to. And that's okay. Some of you may already know where you want to practice, and that's okay. Some of you may have no idea where you want to practice. And guess what? That is okay. I didn't know where I wanted to practice going to CE1. So no matter where you fall on that spectrum, keep your mind open. You will get out what you put into it. So don't be afraid to speak up and ask questions. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to let your opinions or plans be changed by your experience. The more comfortable you are with being uncomfortable and breaking out of your comfort zone, the better clinician you'll be. The last thing I want to say is to just enjoy your time here. It is a long, short 2.5 years. I know that sometimes one class can feel like 2.5 years, but in the grand scheme of things, it does go by quick. Look for new experiences. Don't be afraid of failure. Find ways to grow, stay present, and trust yourself. Yourself is what got you here. I wish you all the best of luck and have fun.
Greetings, class of 2022. My name is Tim Lohr. I'm the president of the Physical Therapy Alumni Association, as well as a fellow graduate. And I first of all want to congratulate you. Congratulations on being accepted to and joining this program, and congratulations on finishing almost 80% of your first year. It really is an honor for me to be asked to take part in your oath ceremony today. And I say that it's an honor because since my own oath ceremony 7 years ago, I've been able to take part in several oath ceremonies. And I think during that time, I've come to appreciate just how significant and symbolic of a milestone that this is. I've begun to realize just the symbolism behind reciting an oath with your classmates and your staff and the faculty. You see, I believe that in reciting that oath, you are, in essence, creating a cohesive community with a unified goal. And I'm sure that that isn't lost on you. I mean, at this point in time, you guys are almost a year in. But there is one sort of collective group that I want to add into that, and that is the alumni community. Whether you realize it or not, you've joined in with an alumni community that spans 5 decades and has recited a very similar oath to you. And while you don't necessarily meet the criteria to be an alumni at this point in time, I'll let you know that you are already a valued and significant cohort. As cliche as it sounds, you truly are the future. You are the future of our program, you are the future of our profession, and you are the future of our healthcare industry. Ultimately, what you graduate with is going to innovate and transform our profession. And we, as your alumni base, are here to see you succeed in doing that. We want to see you succeed because ultimately we recognize that our success relies on your success. And so my hope is that you'll recognize that your alumni are taking on significant roles within your education. We're going to be your teachers in some cases, your mentors, your test proctors, your clinical education teachers. We're going to be here as your cheerleaders, your advocates, your biggest supporters in most cases. We truly do want to see you succeed. And my hope is that during your time here, you take the opportunity to 1, learn from us, and 2, get to know your alumni as best as you can. So I'm going to finish all this off by again saying congratulations. If there's ever anything that you believe the Alumni Association can do better, in supporting you. Please let me know. I very much look forward to meeting you all in person soon. And in the meantime, I hope you continue to stay well and take care of one another. Thanks.
So those were obviously, if you hadn't realized, the class presidents of the class of 2020, the class of 2021, and Tim Lohr, who is the president of the Physical Therapy Alumni Association. So now I want to bring to the podium your class advisor, Dr. Jenny Rodriguez.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. And Dean Riley, Drs. Akathoda, Harris Love, Rapport, and Judd, along with faculty and staff and family and friends who may be joining us by distance, and our dear class of 2022. What wonderful messages from our previous speakers. I think you see the result of this educational program. But as your faculty advisor, faculty member, and colleague, I'm honored to participate in this monumental event where you publicly and willingly recite an oath. This oath signifies your commitment to uphold the highest level of professionalism in order to best serve individuals, communities, society, and the profession of physical therapy. This may not be the typical timing of an oath ceremony that traditionally occurs at entry into a professional education program or upon graduation, marking the transition from student to professional. But the pandemic has caused us to rethink the way we do many things, to imagine new ways to celebrate and create new traditions. I argue that now is the perfect time for you to partake in this oath ceremony. Now is the time for you to, acknowledge your accomplishments, reaching the milestone of successfully completing year one coursework in this intense physical therapy curriculum. This is a critical time in your professional journey as you transition from the classroom to your first full-time clinical experience. This marks the time when you will enjoy the privilege of caring for your patients. You will begin to realize the power of professional formation, reflecting on who you are today and who you want to become in the future. With this privilege comes added responsibility. Patients and family will entrust you in their care. Communities will rely on your expertise to address health disparities locally and throughout the world. The physical therapy profession will depend on you, the next generation of physical therapists, to realize its vision and shape the future. So now is the time to recite this oath as a testament of these privileges and your commitment to professionalism, responsibilities, and duties as a future doctor of physical therapy. Thank you.
And now it gives me pleasure to introduce the class of 2022. As I introduce each person, if you would like to stand in your seat, that would stand in your place, that would be great. And if we could please hold all applause till the end, that would also be very helpful. So I'd like to introduce to you Lyanna Aguirra Echevarria. She is from Sunderland, Maryland, earning a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from the University of Maryland, College Park. She's proud to be in this program and be on her way to becoming a physical therapist. It has been a long and difficult journey to get here, and she is excited to see what the future holds. Brian Andriata is from La Veta, Colorado, earning a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Colorado State University, Fort Collins. He is a husband to an amazing and beautiful wife and a father to a spunky, incredible son. Together, they make anything possible. Zach Azumi is from Portland, Oregon, earning a Bachelor of Science in Biohealth Sciences from Oregon State University, and is proud of having graduated magna cum laude from OSU. Ashley Baker is from Grand Junction, Colorado, earning a Bachelor of Science in biological sciences with minors in chemistry and psychology from the University of Denver. She is proud of being the only undergraduate to take on a leadership role coordinating youth programs within her university's fitness center. Blaise Barsanti is from Richmond, Virginia, earning a Bachelor of Biology and Psychology with a minor in Italian Studies from the University of Virginia. Prior to joining this class, she moved across the country to work as an adaptive ski instructor and become a registered behavioral therapist working to empower young children and adults with autism. Edward Benitez is from Dallas, Texas, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from the University of Texas at Arlington. He organized various soccer training camps for kids ranging from ages 4 to 14. Shannon Cook is from Broomfield, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish and Economics from Oakland University and a Master's of Arts in Education from the University of Michigan. She pushed herself to travel the world and learn from others, and is proud that after 11 years of teaching, she decided to embark on this new adventure of becoming a physical therapist. Olivia Coven is from Flower Mound, Texas, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from the University of Arkansas, and won honors for a research symposium and her thesis during her undergrad experience. Jennifer Davis is from Westlake, Ohio, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences with a concentration in pre-physical therapy from Purdue University, and also a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health Sciences from Purdue University. She spent 4 years conducting research into neurological dysfunction in welders from environmental exposures to heavy metals, culminating in a presentation at the Society of Toxicology Conference in 2018. Haley Dixon is from Cheney, Washington, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Physiology from the University of Washington, and is proud to have graduated from the University of Washington with honors and hopes to achieve even greater success as a PT student and future clinician. Roxanne Dewan is from Las Vegas, Nevada, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the University of Maryland, University College, and is proud of getting into the CU DPT program and being part of this cohort as a first-generation graduate. Mariah Donofrio is from Duluth, Minnesota, having earned a Bachelor of Science. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back a second. Sorry, Roxanne. A lot of multitasking going on here. Okay, Mariah. Let's see, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from the University of Minnesota, and is glad to be here. And now I'm going to just pause there for a second. Michelle Driznak joins this class after a brief leave of absence, and we want to welcome her to the class of 2022. Madison Duffy is from Seattle, Washington, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from Western Washington University and completed training to become a certified yoga instructor the summer before starting the program. Jorge Esparza is from Aspen, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from Colorado Mesa University, and is proud of having been accepted into the ESPN X Games as a student intern in 2018. Madeline Farmer is from Redondo Beach, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Athletic Training from Colorado Mesa University. And she is proud to have become a certified athletic trainer and is excited to further her knowledge of the human body and injury by pursuing the DPT. Grace Felton is from Frisco, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in English from the University of San Diego with a minor in business administration. She has over 2,000 hours of yoga teaching under her belt, including leading numerous 200-hour yoga teacher training programs. Erin Gann is from Cheyenne, Wyoming, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Health Promotion from the University of Wyoming, and helped found the Downtown Clinic Fitness Program in Laramie, Wyoming, a fitness community for the underserved population of Laramie. Javier Gonzalez Plazola is from Cathedral City, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Exercise Science from California State University, Long Beach, and is proud to be the first in his family to complete any form of higher education. Barbara Goodheart is from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Child Development from Tufts University and completed 2 years in the Peace Corps in 2013, which was the most arduous, rewarding, and life-changing experience of her life. Kyle Grobrugge is from Grantham, New Hampshire, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Roanoke College. At Roanoke, he helped set up and validate a functional performance laboratory to examine health outcomes in breast cancer survivors. Ellie Gruppenhoff is from Rochester Hills, Michigan, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Movement Science from the University of Michigan, and was one of 18 incoming students to receive the STAMP Scholarship at Michigan. Lauren Harshman is from Chinook, Montana, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Human Performance from Montana State University, Billings, and was chosen as Montana State University's 2020 Outstanding Senior in Human Performance. Paisley Highfield is from Portland, Oregon, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from Pacific University, and is thankful to be part of this program and for the opportunity to learn each day. Nicholas Hopkins is from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Physiology from the University of Colorado in Boulder, and discovered his calling in life and moving forward purposefully and patiently. Jessica Wan is from Burlingame, California, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Human Biology with a minor in Forensics and Criminology from the University of Southern California, and won a scholarship for tap dance at the Tap Dance School. Ronnie Keek is from Tel Aviv, Israel, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from Colorado Mesa University, and is always pushing herself to new limits. John Knight is from Grays Lake, Illinois, having earned a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Science from the University of Montana, and was very happy to get into this PT school. Zachary Coons is from Arnold, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from Metropolitan State University of Denver, and climbed Europe's tallest mountain, Mount Elbrus, at 18,500 feet with his wife, Katja, in August 2019. Camille Larson is from Beaver Lake, Nebraska, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and worked for 2 years on a project at the Exercise Physiology Lab and published a paper that she was first author of. Connor Lighting is from Vona, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Sports and Exercise Science from the University of Northern Colorado. Connor Lewis is from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from SUNY Cortland, and worked with local Special Olympics clubs and is track coach to integrate Special Olympics competition into the biggest home track meet at the university. Joshua Linsell is from Tucson, Arizona, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Meteorology from the United States Air Force Academy and a Master of Science in Exercise and Wellness from Arizona State University. His brief service with the Silver City Hotshots is simultaneously both his proudest and most tragic accomplishment. He said he never knew what he was capable of until he pushed himself to failure. Isabelle Mar is from San Diego, California, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from the University of California, Riverside, and a Master of Science in Kinesiology with an emphasis in adaptive physical activity from California State University, Northridge. She is the first and only woman to win an American Collegiate Kendo martial arts tournament in the Black Belt division. Megan Lovely is from Denver, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Integrative Biology with a minor in Psychology from the University of Colorado, Denver. Oops, sorry. Adriana Maldonado is from Denver, Colorado, She earned a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Colorado and is a two-time Color Guard World finalist. Isabelle Mar Baker is from Colorado Springs, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. She and her sister completed an ultra run of the Colorado Trail before entering the program, and their parents supported them all the way from Denver to Durango, where the four of them got to spend a month in the wilderness together. Dennis McCree is from Alexandria, Louisiana, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Community Health from Louisiana State University, Shreveport, and is proud of becoming a certified health education specialist and getting accepted into the physical therapy program. Angela Meraz is from Sterling, Colorado, having earned a bachelor's in pre-health biological sciences with a minor in chemistry from the University of Northern Colorado, and graduated summa cum laude from her undergraduate university and is the first generation in her family to attend college. Catherine Millet is from Durango, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Physiology from the University of Colorado Boulder. She traveled as a leadership fellow with the Wayfaring Band, a nonprofit that provides travel and adventure opportunities to adults with disabilities. Kiara Morrison is from Grand Junction, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Regis University, and is proud of being accepted into the Daniels Fund community, an organization that strives for excellence by instilling respect, loyalty, and etiquette in all its members. Orlando Mosley is from Denver, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science with an emphasis in general science from Colorado State University, Pueblo. By the grace of God, he is proud to have beat all the odds and reached his goal in a world where people that look like him are intentionally targeted and held back. Jesus Moya is from Tarzana, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Exercise Science from California State University, Northridge. Ariana Odom is from Western Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Colorado State University and a Master of Science in Health and Exercise Science also from Colorado State University. She studied the neural contributors to balance impairment in people with multiple sclerosis during her master's degree and is excited to apply this knowledge to improve therapeutic outcomes. Kyle Animas, is from Rancho Santa Margarita, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from San Diego State University. Linnea Osterberg is from Hanover, New Hampshire, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy from Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences and a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from McGill University, and in October 2019 completed her first half marathon race. Emily Oswald is from Longmont, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Colorado State University, and was part of the organization Casas por Cristo, where they traveled to Guatemala to build houses for families in need. Olivia Pena is from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science from Colorado State University, and is proud of creating a small pen pal program for women in her sorority to reach out to people in Uganda. Serena Perret is from Nederland, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science and Sports Medicine from Colorado State University, and is proud of, with her partner, Ellie, having entered into the world of female entrepreneurship, during which they created a hot sauce company called Luna's Howling Hot Sauce. Kelsey Rashid is from Atlanta, Georgia, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Education in Exercise and Sports Science from the University of Georgia, and is proud of having conducted research evaluating strength, power, work capacity, and fatigue resistance in high-intensity functional training athletes when comparing them to Olympic-level power lifters and endurance runners. Emily Reuter is from O'Fallon, Illinois, having earned a Bachelor of Health Science from the University of Missouri, and while at Mizzou, obtained funding to improve the accessibility of classroom furniture and worked to establish a Disability Culture Month to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the ADA. Luke Ritchie is from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from Grove City College, and is a certified strength and conditioning specialist under the National Strength and Conditioning Association since January 2019. Tony Rodriguez is from Truckee, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Human Physiology from the University of Oregon and a Master of Athletic Training from the University of Arkansas. He worked in the National Football League as an athletic trainer for the Seattle Seahawks. Nathan Rubio is from Colorado Springs, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, and is proud of graduating from there with cum laude honors. Erica Solis is from Plymouth, Minnesota, having earned a bachelor's degree in organismal biology and ecology from Colorado College, and at Colorado College worked with the Department of Human Biology and Kinesiology, where she started 2 research studies and then traveled to Sweden to meet the collaborator. Graciela Salinas is from Downey, California, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Exercise Science from California State University, Northridge, and a Master of Science in Kinesiology from California State University, San Marcos, and is proud to say that she is the first person in her family to pursue a doctoral degree. Brandon Solomon is from Thornton, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Physiology from CU Boulder, and also a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from CU Boulder. He's been a personal trainer since 2017 and is in bodybuilder since 2018, competing in the first show in 2021 from the men's novice classic physique. Christine Samuelson is from Madison, Wisconsin, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and is happy to be here and knows that her family is watching. Abigail Seipel is from Kalau, Missouri, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Sports Science and Spanish from Rockhurst University, and at the 2018 Festival of Student Achievement was selected by peers, faculty, and the campus community to receive the Living the Mission Emerging Student Leader Award. Matthew Celine is from Denver, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Information Systems from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, and is proud of changing careers after spending almost 10 years as a software developer. Britta Schaefer is from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Sports Medicine from Colorado State University, and ran the Horsetooth Half Marathon in Fort Collins, Colorado. So it took a lot of training and perseverance, and she did it. Julia Short is from Greenwood Village, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Health and Exercise Science from Colorado State University, and is one of the few students in her class that graduated magna cum laude and got to proudly wear the gold robe at graduation. Jenna Taylor is from Omaha, Nebraska, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science Sports Medicine from Colorado State University, and served as president and captain of the CSU Women's Rugby Club, which was something that she valued greatly and was proud to have represented not only the team and school, but the growth of women's rugby. So, and before that, Jenna Taylor, just did that. Okay, Peter Thompson joins this class after a brief leave of absence, and we want to welcome Peter to the class of 2022. Melissa Tran is from Fort Collins, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the Colorado School of Mines and a Master of Public Health and Epidemiology from the Colorado School of Public Health. She's proud to have published research as the first author in the Journal of Immigrant and Minority Health on a blood-lead level analysis in refugee females. Maddie Wellman is from Littleton, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Health and Human Sciences from Loyola Marymount University, and is incredibly proud to be pursuing her dream to help empower people to take control of their own health as a physical therapist, and to be doing it amongst the inspired and passionate class of 2022. David Weiss is from Littleton, Colorado, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Forestry from the University of Montana, and is proud of mastering the skills involved with grafting heirloom tomatoes. And last but not least is Haley Yost, who is from New Tripoli, Pennsylvania, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences from Eastern Kentucky University and a Master of Education in Kinesiology for Individuals with Disabilities from the University of Virginia. During her time at Eastern Kentucky University, she was a member of the first women's cross-country team at their school and the Ohio Valley Conference history to qualify for the NCAA Division I championships. And that is the class of 2022. So I would like to ask all members of the class of 2022 to please rise. And if you want to hold your oath in place, but I will also show it to you on the slides as we go. If you could please, after I read the first paragraph, then you will all join me and we will recite the oath together. So I will start. In the presence of your fellow classmates and in the view of the honored profession of physical therapy that you are entering into, you solemnly and willingly pledge the following as an oath of commitment. I commit myself to the highest ideal of service, learning, and the pursuit of knowledge. I will strive to achieve excellence in the practice of physical therapy. I will perform physical therapy in an ethical manner and will expect the same of my colleagues. I will respect diverse values, beliefs, and cultures. I will do no harm to another. I will hold all confidences in trust. I will strive for improved quality of life for all my patients. I will strive to approach each patient with compassion, encouragement, respect, and patience. I will respect the rights, knowledge, and skills of other colleagues and healthcare professionals and seek consultation whenever the welfare of the patient may be advanced. I will strive to be a lifelong learner, seeking to advance my knowledge as well as that of the profession. I will approach each day with my future in mind and look to faculty, mentors, and colleagues to guide me towards my professional goals. With this oath, I freely accept all the obligations and the many rewards which will accompany the practice of physical therapy. Having spoken these words, I am prepared to embark upon the professional education program that will guide me towards my goal of becoming a doctor of physical therapy. Congratulations. Okay, I want to thank you all very much for being a part of today's ceremony. You can take a seat for just a second. So our ceremony has come to an end. Unfortunately, we can't socialize together as we may have in the past, but hopefully someday while you are still here on our campus, we can do that together. So we are all going to be exiting from this door here on my left, your right, and we're going to do that row by row. So if you could please wait until your row is excused, and then I am going to need to ask you to please depart the building immediately and to not stand and congregate. But I thank you all for being here today and being part of this, and believe me, we're as happy as you are. So congratulations.